Next one is the construction and working of ready shock tube. So this ready tube is a hand operated shock tube which is capable of producing shock wave by using human energy. So this is your diagram of ready shock tube. So here we can see that there is a long cylindrical tube which has two sections, and these sections are separated by a diaphragm. So here one end is connected to a piston and another end is open or closed to the surrounding. Now let us see the construction part here. So this ready tube consists of cylindrical stainless steel tube which has the diameter of 30 millimeter and length 1 meter. So it is divided into two sections. One is driver section, another one is driven section. So these sections are separated by 0.1 mm thick aluminum or nylon or paper diaphragm. So here one end of the tube is fitted with a piston and another end is closed. Now here we can see that there is a digital pressure gauge which is mounted in the driver section, and two piezoelectric sensors which are S1 and S2 are mounted at the closed end of the tube. And this driver section is filled with a gas called as driver gas which is at high pressure. And the gas in this section, that is driven section, that gas is known as test gas or driven gas also. Now let us see the working part. So first what happens is, so this driver gas is compressed by pushing the piston into this driver section until this diaphragm ruptures. So after this driver gas rushes towards the driven section and it pushes this driven gas towards the downstream end. It actually generates a moving shock waves which rises the temperature and pressure of the driven gas. Then the propagating primary shock waves are reflected from this downstream end, which will further increase the temperature and pressure of the driven gas. This higher the value of temperature and pressure at the downstream end is neutralized by expansion wave. So these expansion waves are generated at instant the diaphragm ruptures. So and they travel in the direction opposite to that of the shock waves. The period over which the extreme temperature and pressure condition at the downstream end is sustained is typically in order of milliseconds. However, the actual duration depends on the properties of driver and test gases and the dimension of the shock tube. So this is the experimental diagram of reduced shock tube. So here what happens is the pressure raised due to the primary shock wave and the reflective shock wave is sensed by the signals S1 and S2 respectively, and they are recorded in this oscilloscope, that is CRO, which is nothing but cathode ray oscilloscope. So using the data so obtained, Mach number, pressure and temperature can be calculated. So this is the working of ready shock tube.